So please pay attention to the form that's asking for. When we say slope-intercept form, we're talking about y equals mx plus b. Why is that? Let me change this. It is one over here. Let's see. In orange, y equals mx plus b. Remember, m is the slope, b is the y-intercept. And so it tells us the slope is negative 2/5. And the y-intercept is 6. So that's our m and our b. You don't have to do any solving. And now you just replace into your equation. Negative 2/5 is your slope, so that should go in for m. Make sure you have an x, and then plus b, which is 6. So this is a slope-intercept equation of the line. All right. This is your y-intercept. What number does that appear to be at? Negative 3. And it looks like it gives us a point here. So you could use that one, or you could use the one that's a little bit closer. We'll make a slope triangle. My rise is 1. My run is 2. Can you please tell your table, what is the slope of this line? Okay, positive or negative? Negative. Nice. Negative. Is negative 1/2. It's a slope, and our y-intercept b is negative 3. So now we'll go to our equation. It does say write the slope-intercept equation of a line. So you have the slope, you have the y-intercept. We're putting it in y equals mx plus b. Again, because it says slope-intercept. Instead of m, you will put negative 1/2. Instead of b, you will put negative 3. I'm hoping that this is review. Okay, point slope is the next one. This is where we're a little bit more shaky maybe. It says write the point slope equation of the line with a slope of negative 2 and a point through negative 1, 4. Okay, look back over here at this poster on the wall if you need to. Point slope is this one in blue. Y minus y1 equals m, x minus x1. Looks kind of scary, but it's really not, because you don't have to do hardly any work at all, because you can leave it like this, unless I ask you to put it in slope-intercept form. So point slope form, we'll write it down, and then we'll plug in our stuff. Y minus y1 equals m, x minus x1, because I'm asking for point slope. Your point is over here. X1, Y1. And then slope is negative 2, so that's your M. You just take that stuff and you put it into the equation. It does have Y minus Y1 and X minus X1, so that means you have to subtract your point as you put it in. So we'll do Y minus, what is my Y1, folks? 4 equals, what is M? Negative 2. And then you're keeping parentheses, X minus negative 1. You do have to have two minus signs. Yes, addition. So we're going to simplify that a little bit more. Y minus 4 equals negative 2. And then instead of X minus negative 1, we say X plus 1. So really what you end up doing is you just change the sign. So this is your final equation here. You got to find the slope. If you can do that without me, please go ahead and do it without me. If you need to watch me do it, then that's fine. I will do it on the board regardless, okay? So find the slope between these 2 points. So that would be negative 4 minus negative 3. 9 minus 7. Oh, it's not very pretty. plus plus. There's your slope. Does that look right? -1/2. I might show you the other way later if this is weird for you. So we're going to do y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. You just pick a point. So y minus, I don't know, let's use this point here, 7, -3. So that's going to be my x1, y1. So 7y minus y1, so y minus -3, equals, my slope is -1/2. And then my x1 is x minus 7. Okay, so that's all the information you were given, but it does ask for slope-intercept equation of a line. So I put it in point slope, and now we're going to like convert it to slope-intercept form. So we'll simplify it as we go. You got parentheses, so what do you think you should do over here? Distribute, yeah. And we're going to, it's okay to use decimals. Ooh, if your phone is on your desk, you put it in your bag, and if you need a calculator, you might. Get it out. So y plus 3, I don't know why it changes size when I zoom in. Y plus 3. And then we would distribute over here on the right. Whoop, whoop. So it would be -1/2 x. And then -1/2 times -7 does get you, if you want to put it as a decimal, you can, or we can leave it as 7/2. And then we're trying to get this in slope-intercept form. So it's almost there. I just have to move this over. So how would I move that +3 to the other side? Subtract it. And it does get subtracted to the 7/2. You can type that in a calculator. You do have a fraction button. If you type in 7/2 as a fraction minus 3, it should do it for you. Or you could put it as a decimal. 7/2 is 3.5. So we would say final answer, y equals, I'm running out of room, y equals -1/2 x, and it's plus, it's 1/2, right? Use a calculator with fractions if you want, it doesn't bother me, but 3 is the same thing as 6/2, so 7/2 minus 6/2 is 1/2. If you have a starting point and a rate of change, then you should be able to write it in y equals mx plus b. So can you get your equation for me in y equals mx plus b? Because it has a starting point and a rate of change. Your m is your slope. It is your rate of change. B is where it starts. Where does it start? 2 inches. So that's your b. What is our m? 1/2, because it changes half per year. 1/2 x plus b. That's all, folks. Okay, again, if you have a starting point and a rate of change, then you should be able to write it in y equals mx plus b. Dylan, what do you have?
I got y equals 10 cents x plus 40.
Yeah, so you can write it like this, 10 cents x plus 40. I do see some of you that have the fraction, which is also great. Whatever you prefer is fine. I would take either. You'll probably see me write it like this if it's money, but either is good.